Hey guys, it's Liv and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I thought that we would talk all about one of my favourite tech devices, and that is my newest Fitbit. If you guys have been a part of my channel for a while, or if you haven't, let me fill you in. I am a huge Fitbit fan. I have been for a long time. I have purchased Fitbits myself, but in recent years I have been really fortunate to be a part of their PR list, and I've been trying out probably their past 4 or 5 Fitbits very luckily through PR. So if you guys want to go ahead and check the down bar, I will post all of my Fitbit reviews. I've done a review on the Fitbit Flex, I've done a full review on the Fitbit Surge, and then I've done one that I titled the Ultimate Fitbit Review, which was on a few of the other Fitbits in their lineup. I think I might have done the Ultra, the Charge, and the Blaze. Ultra 2, Charge 2, and the Blaze. Yes. So that is all down below if you guys want to go check that out. Maybe this Fitbit isn't your cup of tea, definitely go and check that out. And if this video isn't your cup of tea, I apologise. I will be back with another beauty video next week. Like I said, I've done a lot of Fitbit reviews, so I'm going to kind of skim over some of the details and just focus on others, because you guys don't need to know that this tracks steps, because, surprise, it tracks steps. We're just going to stick to the new and changed features rather than spending a lot of time on the ones that we always have. Before we go any further though, I do just want to speak to the price of this device, because it is quite a pricey piece of tech. So in US dollars this retails at $299, and in New Zealand dollars it retails at $499. Obviously that price is their recommended retail price. So if you shopped at places that weren't the Fitbit website, you'd likely find it for cheaper. You could possibly get a deal, look for it on sale, you know, try and get a good deal. I still think that $500 is a good deal for this. Would I purchase this if mine broke tomorrow? I don't know, because there is another new Fitbit coming out which is called the Fitbit Versa, I believe. Let me know if you want to see a review on that. I'm not too sure if they're doing PR for that particular watch, but I am really interested in trying it because it looks like a little sister to this, but that's beside the point. Let's focus on the Ionic. Along with the price, I do just want to let you know that this comes in 3 colorways. It comes in essentially a dark grey, a light grey, and then the burnt orange, which is the one that I have. I don't have the stock band on it. It's a orange watch face with the blue band. I personally, if I'm being really honest, I don't prefer this design. Like I said, I got sent it through PR. I am beyond grateful. I've grown to love it, but if I was going to choose, I personally would go for the greys, and I would recommend the same to you, because this is, I don't care if stuff clashes, but if you care, this will clash with stuff, because it's not necessarily rose gold, it is most certainly orange. But I think that the silvers are a lot more neutral and go with more things. They match a lot more of the bands, because like all of their Fitbits, you can buy interchangeable bands. There are leather options, and then there are obviously the classic options, and then there are the sports options, which is what I've got on mine. I actually love this because this is super airy. It doesn't ever get that sweaty. I don't want to say it never gets sweaty, but it doesn't get that sweaty underneath there. There's a lot of airflow, and I just love the plain black. While I'm here, let's talk about the face of the watch. So the watch has an interesting face. It's got a square screen with kind of like an angular outline. You guys will be seeing it in the overlays that I've got, but it's a little bit interesting, a little bit quirky, a little bit different. I like it. Do I like it as much as, say, the Apple Watch's face? Not necessarily. It can look a little bit bulky. I have a very thin wrist. I wear the small watch strap on the 8th notch, so my wrists are very small. So I have a really small wrist. I don't know that many people would have wrists much smaller than mine, and it doesn't look too bulky on my wrist, but I think it would look better if it was smaller. I'd say this is more of like a men's-sized watch face. I like the overall interface. It's really clean, simple, it doesn't lag, but we can talk about that a little bit more when we get into the apps. Okay, so the features that separate this watch from the other watches in the past. The first one doesn't really separate it, but I do want to touch on it, and that's the battery life. I was absolutely blown away by the battery life on this watch. If you guys were tossing up between this and the Apple Watch, it really depends on what you're looking for, but this one in battery life smokes the Apple Watch. This lasts for 5 to 6 days of regular wear. When I'm working out 3 or 4 times a week, I'll find that it lasts 4.5 to 5 days, but never less than 4 days of battery life, and that includes using the workout features, the timers, the alarms, all sorts of stuff, which I think is awesome. Whereas with an Apple Watch, you have to charge it every day, and I just can't even fathom having to take my watch off every day. Now, this watch is waterproof, which is really amazing, and it's I think about 50 meters waterproof. Like, it's decently waterproof. You can swim with this. There is a swim tracking function. The only thing that I don't really love about the swim tracking function is that you can only set the pull to a 10-meter length, whereas my parents' pull was 8 meters, so I couldn't get a perfect number of laps when I tested it. It worked really well. Another thing that's not great about the swim function, but although I did some research and I don't think that many watches or any watches can track your heart rate underwater, but it's kind of frustrating because I would be so interested to see how much my heart rate rises when I do swim workouts. I really do like having the swim feature available. I have worn my Fitbit pretty much everywhere. The only place that I don't wear it, like in terms of water, is in the shower, but that's because I want to clean myself, you know. Understandable. But anytime I go swimming, anytime I've been in the ocean, I always wear my Fitbit and it's been absolutely fine. While we're talking about kind of like the exercise features that this watch has, this does have onboard GPS, which means that you can go for a run just with your Fitbit and it can track your path. I really like the GPS on this watch. I did used to have a Fitbit Surge. Like I said, I have a review up on that if you guys would like to see that. I found that GPS was a lot slower than this. This GPS is like so snappy. I haven't done that many like runs and walks, let's be real, no runs. When I have done it, it's been really accurate. I've actually done a lot of bike rides, to be honest, because we have a bike program at my school and I've been going on lots of bike rides with that, and I find that the GPS is so accurate and so quick to work. The advantage to having connected GPS means that you can pretty much take this watch anywhere by itself and you can do GPS tracking. Another thing that kind of goes with that is that this watch can download music directly onto the watch. I don't even know if that made sense. Hopefully you know what I mean. So you can download music directly onto your watch can then connect to Bluetooth headphones or earbuds, and then you're away. You don't have to worry about taking a phone or any cabled stuff. It's all here, which is really, really great. It's not just compatible with their own headphones, by the way, because Fitbit brought out Fitbit Flyers recently. I have another set of headphones and I know that they can connect. I haven't really tried that out though because my headphones are like over ear and they're massive and they're not really perfect for doing exercise in, but they can connect to my watch. I have tried. I think the thing that I like the most about this watch is that this watch does everything. So you can also do NFC payments from this watch, which is basically like PayWave or contactless payments. All you need to do is you need to log in your card into your account using the Fitbit app, and then whenever you're out and about, you just hold down the side button on the watch, type in a 4-digit code that doesn't need to relate to your PIN number on your card, if that makes sense, like any PIN, and then you just hold it over the contactless payment spot and boom, Bob's your uncle, you've paid for your product. When I first got this, I barely used it, but then as time's gone by, it's really, really great. I rely on it heavily whenever I go to the supermarket. I don't like to carry a whole lot of stuff because I'm carrying my groceries, so I always just use my watch to pay, and it is seriously so easy. I've never had an issue with it working. It always works every time. Haven't had any issues whatsoever. Obviously in terms of activity tracking, it's the same. It does heart rate, steps, floors, calories burned. I forgot what else, but you know, everything that a Fitbit does, this Fitbit does, and it does it better. Like the Ultra 2, the Charge 2 and the Blaze, you can do a lot of little bits and pieces on this watch. So you can set silent alarms, you can do sleep tracking, you can do workout modes, although you can't do that on the Ultra, but you get what I mean. You can basically do anything on this device that you could do on previous Fitbits, so you're not missing out on anything by getting this. This is just like the top of the line model. Now, the final thing, and the one that I wanted to talk about last, because this is like the main thing that makes this watch special, is the apps. Along with the apps is the watch gallery. I love the watch gallery. The watch face that I have right now is from the watch gallery. Basically, people can make apps and watch faces for the Fitbit Ionic using I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a specific type of software. They can make any kind of app and watch face, which is really great. So you've got a lot of different things that you can download onto your watch. It's not just Fitbit exclusive content, which is what we're used to with the Fitbit products. I do really like the app gallery. It's really clean, it's easy to use. You can search up what you want, you can look by like sections, by developers, all of that sort of thing. I haven't delved that heavily into apps, and if I'm being completely honest, I haven't looked in about a month. But I do like to go through every now and then and search for different apps. The ones that I currently have and I like, one is called Waterlog, and it basically connects to your Fitbit waterlogging app, and you can just click whenever you drink a cup of water. That works really well, however sometimes it doesn't update. Now I don't know if that's the Fitbit's fault or if it's the developer's fault. I'm not too sure, but I did just want to let you guys know that sometimes there can be like a considerable lag between the two. Like I said though, I don't know who's lagging, whether it's the developer, the app itself, or if it's the Fitbit. I also have an app called Flashlight, which basically puts a white block on your screen, and it makes your Fitbit so damn bright. So if you ever need a Fitbit and you don't have your phone, you can use your watch, which is really great. They have a whole bunch of other stuff like news apps, Starbucks apps, Pandora. They have so much stuff on there, you guys. I definitely recommend that you do some research though before you buy it and see if that's going to be useful to you. I mean, if that's the reason why you're going to buy the Fitbit, you may just want to see if the apps that are available are actually something that you're interested in. I guess the final question is, do I think that it's worth 500 New Zealand dollars? And if I'm being completely honest, I think it's really up to you. I mean, if we look at its predecessors, which was the Fitbit Blaze, and that was $300, that did everything that this did apart from the apps, the contactless payments. Actually, it did a lot less than this now that I'm thinking about it. I'd say it is worth $500. I mean, I probably wouldn't pay $500 for it, but if I got it, say, on a deal at a store where I got like $50 off or $75 off or something like that, I definitely would be very, very interested in buying it. I personally am a Fitbit fan though, so I may be a little bit biased. I've bought Fitbits for myself, my mother, my boyfriend before. Like, I love Fitbit a lot, and I have their scales, I bought those myself. But I do think that it's really great. It's a good device. The operating system is really good on it. It does a lot of things. It's never let me down, ever, if I'm actually being honest. So I think it is really reliable. Fitbit devices are really strong. I haven't had any issues with scratching or denting or anything like that, and I am not the most careful person. So yeah, actually, the more that I think about it, the more that I'm trying to tell you guys that it may not be worth it, I'm kind of like convincing myself that it is worth it. So disregard everything. I think it is worth it, especially if you can get it on sale. If you're tossing up between this and the Apple Watch, I think you need to do your own research and look up comparison videos, because in my opinion this doesn't compare to the Apple Watch in terms of smartphone features, but in terms of fitness features, it smokes the Apple Watch. It really depends on why you're buying it. If you want to be able to like play Pokemon Go and send text messages, then this isn't going to do it. But if you want to be able to like check your heart rate every minute of the day and have like really accurate step tracking and calorie tracking and stuff like that, then this is probably the device for you. So that brings me to the end of my Ionic review. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I tried to keep it informative yet short and sweet, so I don't really know how that went, but let me know down below. If you have any questions, if I didn't answer maybe one of the questions that you had, or if I've raised other questions, do feel free to post them down below because I will be checking the comments on this video. Thank you guys so much for your support on these Fitbit videos. If you're watching one of my Fitbit videos and you've seen another one in the past, I really appreciate it. They always get lots and lots of feedback and comments and stuff like that, which I really enjoy. But yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up because it helps me out so much and it helps new people find my content. I'm gonna head off now. Thank you guys again for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!